What's up guys, Frankie here. Welcome to my second passive income roundup report. And today I'm going to be covering 7 sources of passive income I earned in February with full transparency, numbers and all. And since I have a month to compare this to, I'll actually indicate if each source went up or down month on month and provide some context for that. And stick around until the end to learn what I was personally into in February, what I was reading, what I was watching and listening to. And I don't expect you to care all that much about my life, but we are still spending so much time indoors at home. And sometimes all I need in my life is an enthusiastic recommendation for a book, show, or YouTube channel. I do want to give a YouTube channel recommendation right up front though. One thing I did do in February was network with some fellow finance YouTubers, which is something I have never done, and it was super fun. One of the people that I hung out with was Sean Lee, who runs the channel Sean Lee on Investing. I've been a fan of his channel for a year and it was awesome to connect over Zoom. If you like my channel, I definitely think you're gonna like his. He talks about investing, personal finance in general, minimalism, and more. I'll link to his channel in the description down below. Subscribe and let him know that I sent you. He's a really good guy with really high quality content. All right, let's jump in. And if at any point you have a question, do let me know in the comments down below. And let's start with the one most people are curious about, which is YouTube. And I'll lead with the numbers here. In February, I made a grand total of $506.24. It's mainly the skippable ads that you're gonna see before, during, and sometimes even after my videos. If you watch at least 30 seconds of those, it does put a few cents in my pocket. It's super appreciated. But that is almost $5 more than I made in January. And while that sounds mostly flat month on month, it's actually nearly $2 more a day because there were fewer days in February. And that's $18.08 on average a day. It has been tough going lately. Impressions and views have actually been trending slightly down, as you can see. It's really subtle, but it's definitely there and sort of bothering me, despite the fact that I've doubled down on content in 2021. I actually announced a goal of 2 videos a week, and so far, so good, I haven't missed an upload. I am considering switching up my day of the week that I post videos based on these analytics you can see on screen. These show when my subscribers are most active on YouTube, and the first hour or 2 of a release of a new video is most critical. That's sort of when YouTube is exposing this new video to my current subscribers as well as brand new people so that it can learn about the video. Are people clicking? Are they watching the entire video? I super appreciate those of you lately that have been commenting about being in the early squad right when my videos come out, or this guy who just straight up says, for the algorithm. Awesome. Seriously, any interaction with the video really does help me out. My #1 video in the month of February continues to be my pet insurance video, which is so random. It's #1 by a long shot and gaining steam. So I'm definitely interested in making a sort of 1 year later follow-up video. So if you do see that show up, you're gonna know exactly why I did that. I could literally talk about YouTube for hours, but I'm gonna keep it at that. I will keep studying and sharing what I learn here and bring you totally behind the scenes. And that's what I wanna do with the series this year. It's not just full transparency of my income sources and numbers, it's exactly what I'm learning and doing differently and sort of why throughout the whole process. So now would be a most excellent time to subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video if you're liking the content so far. And I'm genuinely curious, what kinds of videos would you like to see more of from me in March and beyond? Do let me know. I'm all about taking feedback to heart. All right, let's talk about books, and I have so much to share here. I'm super excited. First, let's share the numbers. So I earned $259.36 from book sales in the month of February. That's $211.12 from paperbacks and $48.24 from ebook sales on both of my books combined. That's $14.93 less than January, but again, per day income was technically up because of the shorter month. But here are all the exciting developments that have me super fired up to talk about this. I'm sure I mentioned that I made a second edition of the money resolution in time for this new year. It's updated, it's expanded, but I also wanted to refresh the cover in time for the new year. However, my book designer got super busy. He was buying and selling a house. I totally understand, but we got it done. So on screen is the new cover. You can see it's live on Amazon. It takes me weeks, honestly, to get my author copies. So I can't show you on camera what it looks like in real life, but I will definitely next month. I just love it. I added second edition and #1 bestseller on the top. It did hit #1 in my category at one point, so I can actually say that. But my favorite part is the back of the book. I mean, look at the old one, and now look at this. It is an upgrade for sure. Update number 2, I actually got this email about this new beta program for self-publishing on Amazon, where you can now add a hardcover option. And this is so freaking cool, you guys. So we got right to work on resizing covers for both of my books so that we could accommodate that. And within hours of submitting, hardcovers of my book became available on Amazon, which is truly incredible. But my third update might be the best. Hopefully I'm not jinxing anything, by the way, because this hasn't been added just yet, but yeah, just great news I was excited to share. So courses, I did just mention I have a course. I love my course. I spent dozens of hours making it. I created a brand new website from scratch to host it on, and I'm keeping it indie, so to speak, because I want my audience to know about it rather than just random people, on those other platforms that likely won't finish it or get value from it. I think it's fantastic. I think you're gonna love it. And don't just take my word for it. Look at this incredibly kind comment that someone left on a recent YouTube video. Just thank you for that. And I actually had 0 paid sales in January, which is about 2 months after launch. But I am excited to share that I had 2 paid students in February. And this actually happened on back-to-back days shortly after my first passive income roundup video. So perhaps they felt bad for me and decided to support me. I'm mostly kidding, but hopefully they're benefiting either way. As a reminder, or if this is the first you're hearing about it, my course helps you save your first or next $10,000. And the same strategies I talk about there apply to paying off debt if that's something you're working on. I made this 100% on my own, and I do stand behind it with a 30-day, no questions asked, full refund guarantee. And the best part is you can check out the intro and chapter 1, lesson 1, with no financial commitment. So snag that for free with the link on screen now or in the description down below. Oh, and get half off this month only in March with code SAVINGROCKS at checkout. All right, so with that, I earned $170 for my 2 students, and I actually had 57 people sign up for email in February, which is pretty cool. Let's talk about Medium. And I don't know why, but I got super into Medium in February, reading articles on Medium, learning about Medium, talking about Medium, and most importantly, writing on Medium. Before February, I was extremely inconsistent. I had posted 10 articles in total since my first article in June of 2020. And while it looks like I only published 2 articles in February, I actually made a lot more progress and some critical strides. So first off, I tried an experiment, and the outcome is still to be determined, but I decided I was gonna write 7 articles in 7 days and see if I could get any traction from there. So for articles, I repurposed my videos into written form, and I actually had a key light bulb moment for the rest of my articles last month. I have self-published, I get talked about 2 books, and both are in the listicle format with 101 money tips. And in poking through them, when I was, of course, reformatting for that hardcover, I realized that many of the tips are actually, in some cases, entire chapters are perfect as bite-sized articles. So I took a shot at repurposing those, and my experiment was successful in the sense that I did write 7 articles in 7 days in February, but TBD on overall success because only 1 article, actually 2 articles as of this morning, was accepted into a publication. 5 are still being considered for publications. Publications are basically like mini magazines that people follow. So if you can get an article into a bigger publication, you can earn awesome exposure and you can grow a lot faster. But since I'm impatient and I love betting on myself, I actually looked into just starting my own publication. What would that take? So I figured it out and made one of those. And on screen now is the Money Resolution publication on Medium. It'd be awesome if you follow me in the publication over there. It's an experiment as well, and I'm still gonna try to get my articles in big publications for exposure, but I will be posting there, and I'm encouraging others to actually start writing, and I would publish other people's articles on Medium on my publication. Let me know if you wanna learn more about Medium and this experiment and the outcome of those 7 articles. I am thinking about making that YouTube video. On Medium in February, I made a whopping 30 cents. Yeah, you got to start somewhere. And that is $1 less than January and $2 less than December. But bottom line is this, I'm enjoying it, and that is critical in your passive income journey. Amazon affiliates. That was a tougher month as well. Although I generated 143 clicks to linked products, that's mainly from my description on all my YouTube videos, I only earned $5.20. I've actually already out-earned that 8 days into March, so that's a good sign. But yeah, February was slow. All right, I didn't include dividends in my first passive income roundup for January. I asked during that video if you think I should include those going forward, and a few of you did say yes, for sure, include that. After all, it's probably the most passive thing on this list. And I did want to include it this month for February, but in February, I actually spent a lot of time consolidating all my different investments across different platforms and brokerages into one. And that process takes weeks. So it's all muddy and complicated now as I'm moving money from one brokerage to another and then getting it reinvested again. I do plan to make a video about that whole consolidation process and exactly what I invest in. So if you want to know where I invest, what I invest in, tune in and subscribe again if you haven't, so that you can be in the know about that. Next is finance coaching, and it's probably my favorite thing to do on this entire list. It's directly, though, trading time for money. So it's not quite passive income, but it does meet my definition of earning a disproportionate amount of money for your time. I had next to zero extra time in February, so I have yet to turn on finance coaching. You can, though, go to themoneyresolution.com/coach and fill out a super quick form if you do want to be in the know when I turn on coaching. But in February, $0 from coaching. All right, finally, partnerships and sponsors. I actually did work with my first YouTube partner in February after meeting with the CEO of Money Made, and we chatted for like a good hour. And in the end, I agreed to make 3 videos for them, or with them, I should say. The first 2 were done and posted. It was my review of Public and Betterment. Now, they don't pay me directly. They pay to run my video as sort of like a sponsored video through the advertising platform of YouTube. So YouTube's gonna put those videos in front of a lot of people over the few days or so that we're running that paid ad. And you can see the spike here in my metrics in terms of views from my first video. Views looked awesome. Subscribers, though, not so much. So this is all an experiment, and I'm really glad that I did it. They're a great company, good people behind it, really fun to work with. So again, it's not money I'm getting directly. They're just supporting me in the channel and getting me more exposure. And I'm not gonna share exactly how much, but again, the whole process was just a lot of fun. All right, there you have it. That's my full February passive income roundup. Oh, you wanna know the totals? All right, well, if you wanna know the truth, I did have a goal in February, and that goal was $1,000 of passive income. In total, I earned $941.10. That number does not include dividends or money spent supporting my YouTube partner videos. In January, in case you didn't watch that one or just don't remember, I earned $806.75, surpassing that month's goal of $750. So I earned $134.35 more in February, which again was a shorter month. That's gonna be very difficult, but that's part of why I'm making these videos. It really does hold me accountable knowing that I'm gonna share sort of how it all went. Next month, I'll definitely show you those new hardcovers if they're here, and I'll let you know how things went with that thing and sort of what that produces. If you do wanna be in the know about all of that, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified if you haven't. All right, quickly, what did I read, watch, and listen to in February? I read maybe 3/4 of The Power of Zero, so I'm nearly done with that one. It's awesome, I do recommend it. I watched all of WandaVision, a bunch of Shark Tank, duh, and that show Servant on Apple TV Plus, which, wow, we collectively agreed we hate it, yet it's the show that we can't wait to watch every single week. So that's M. Night Shyamalan for you. I started listening to, and I'm still listening to, The Psychology of Money on Audible. It is extremely good. I also do want to plug a YouTube video / channel. The channel is brand spanking new. It's called Can We Zoom Out? My good friend Rob made it. He spent months making his first video, and it's a documentary deep diving the day the NBA shut down due to the illness. It is seriously super, super good, even if you don't like the NBA. So be sure to check that out and support a brand new YouTuber. And I also spent more time in February than I should have on Clubhouse, listening to all those conversations. Drop a comment down below if you do need an invite to that. I also spent a lot of time researching all this NFT nonsense. Yes, I said nonsense. Okay, it's kind of fascinating and awesome. You are awesome for watching this all and hanging out with me today. My name is Frankie. Please do like this video if you liked this video in this series. I have to assume you did if you got this far. Check out the million resources that I recommended today. I'll link them all in the description down below, like those beautiful hardcovers that are available now. Remember code SAVINGROCKS for half off my course this month, and I'll see you awesome people next time in the next one. Thanks. Here's my first passive income roundup video, but here's something else fantastic. Both of them so good. I don't know how you're gonna decide. Decisions. Just go with your gut. All right, see you guys.